UFC Fight Night, Sean Strickland versus Jared Cannonier goes down this weekend. Saturday. Here are my picks. All right, so I'm gonna get straight into the point. I'm going with Strickland by decision, and here's why. So let's look at their both of their past fights. So they're coming off losses, obviously. Uh, Cannonier to Israel Adesanya, the champ. I mean, not the champ. uh, ex-champ. Um, Pereira has a champ now, but anyways, uh, horrible performance. He did nothing in that fight. He showed no urgency. He didn't want to win that fight. He didn't want the belt. Okay, let's go to Strickland now. Also, bad performance. Got knocked the fuck out. But um, yeah. Now let's look at let's look at their second to last fight. Both of theirs. So for Cannonier, all right. So for Cannonier, his second to last fight, the one before Adesanya, was against Brunson. It was a pretty good performance. I think he ended up knocking him out in like the second round, I believe. TKO, or was it a knockout? I think it actually was a knockout. With elbows, ground and pound elbows, but whatever. Brunson, he looks like he's in slow motion punching in the stand up. So even though it was a good performance by Brunson, like not by Brunson, by Cannonier, Brunson's not very good at all, especially in the stand up. I mean, all he has is wrestling. And for Strickland, his last fight, or not his last fight, but his second to last fight was. So Strickland's second to last fight was Uriah Hall, and if I remember correctly, it was a main event, so it was 5 rounds, and he didn't get the finish, but he had Uriah Hall hurt throughout the fight. He was about to stop him numerous times throughout the fight. It was a pretty good performance, although Uriah Hall also is not very good. Um, yeah, Uriah prime time Hall is no longer prime time, so like it's kind of hard to judge off both of their last two fights, but what I at least took from Cannonier's last fight is that he's okay with losing. With Adesanya, even in the last round, he was down like 4-1, maybe, or no, 3-1, maybe even 4-0, and he did the exact same thing in the last round. He just didn't want to get finished. He was just okay with not getting finished. And for Strickland, he's gonna throw down. He's a dog. And then so when it comes to the fourth and fifth rounds, and they're both gassed, they're both tired. I think Strickland just has that more, that push in him to keep going and pick up the pace and maybe finish him. Which I don't know if he'll get a finish, but just that Cannonier's like 40 or close to 40. I believe around like 38 or 39. And then on the other side, Strickland's like 31. So Strickland's in his prime. Cannonier's not. Cannonier already had a title fight, blew it. So he's not ever getting a title fight again. Honestly, in my opinion, he's not. He doesn't have that motivation that Strickland has, because Strickland can still, reach. Strickland says he doesn't care about the title, but he does care about the money, and the title does have all the money. And so he just has more of that drive, and just Cannonier just doesn't have that anymore. Cannonier's not willing to throw and risk anything. He's okay with just losing as long as he doesn't get finished. Whereas Strickland, his last fight, he was okay to stand and bang with Alex Pereira. And so, yeah, I got fucking Strickland winning this one. I would say, for me, I would give my odds, in my opinion, for me, the odds, I think it's almost like a pick 'em, but for me, I would give it minus 180 for Strickland. Probably like plus, I would say minus 160 and plus 140. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Sean Strickland and by decision.